Humans have a unique gift that a lot of other living species don't have. That gift is the freedom of choice. Other animals in the animal kingdom live their life based on instinct and survival. A cat does what a cat do. A squirrel does what a squirrel do. These animals do what the rest of their species does because animals don't keep records and expand their knowledge from generation to generation. A human could be a chef, a pilot, an actor, a boxer, or whatever their imagination perceives. Through years of documented information, a human can transform their existence to anything they want. A human could go from the bottom of the sea to the top of the sky and everything in between. Recorded knowledge and communication took us from regular animal to a magical being. We do have the freedom of choice, but we don't have the freedom of consequences. For every action, there's a reaction. You could control your actions, but you can't control the reactions. A bully at school could choose to pick on a nerd, but the bully can't control what the nerd is gonna do. The bully's plan was to pick on this guy, get some laughs, steal his lunch money, and get praises from his peers. What if the nerd has an older, tougher brother? What if the nerd knows karate? What if the nerd hits his head in the wrong way and the assault becomes felonious? A crook walks into a gas station with his gun out. His plan is to stick the pistol in the clerk's face, then empty the cash drawers, clear out the safe, and take a pack of cigarettes. The reactions could go many different directions. If he's lucky, he'll pull off the heist. If he's not, the clerk could shoot him. He might kill the clerk and get life in prison. He could get caught and catch a quick 10 years. You can't control or choose your consequences. Even if you think you're making the right choice, you still can't pick the consequences. The beautiful thing is that if you do the right thing, the outcome is likely to be good or great. It's always wise to move positive, so the energy of the universe will move things in the right direction. This is why you have to have sight beyond sight. Most of the time, life moves in patterns and sequences. If you slow things down, step outside yourself, and look at things from the outside in without any bias or ego, you can build your sight beyond sight. This is a practical way to see into the future. You have to be wise and separate yourself from social bondage. You have to be free and see things with the third eye. If you plan on making a move, write down all the possible outcomes. If there are 10 outcomes you see that can happen, is there one or two that are unacceptable? That is a 10 or 20% chance of occurrence. Maybe those possibilities are not that bad, and if you can live with them, then make your move. Meditation is important. The practice of deep breathing exercises calms you down. It can help you put things in perspective. A long meditation could put you in a trance state where you'll be in the middle of sleep and consciousness. In that state, you'll be able to see some things. Even a light, short meditation could put you in a better state of mind. Meditation does not have to be complicated and strenuous. In fact, it should be the opposite. A simple 3-breath meditation, which could be done in less than a minute, can improve the moment. A 5-minute meditation could give you extra hours of energy throughout the day. Contemplation is another tool that is powerful. A simple pen and paper could propel you out to the stratosphere. Contemplating is reasoning and rationalizing. You look at situations from all angles when you contemplate. Life is a thinking man's game. The physical world is only the tip of the iceberg of reality. The ego is produced from your physical existence. Think without your ego and without selfishness, and you will see the clear picture. Talking to your future self and your past self could open up your eyes to see some serious revelations. Have a conversation with the child you were. Remember the good and the bad times. Let that child know that you forgive him or her for the mistakes they made. Give that child reassurance and confidence. Let that child know that the hardships that he or she went through will assist you in your challenges today. Have a conversation with that rebellious teenager you used to be. These were the years that shaped and molded you. Talk about the exciting times you had with that person. What were the lessons you learned? What could you tell that person to let them know that everything is going to be okay? Speak to that person like you would have liked an older person who loved you speak to you. This dialogue can answer some serious questions. Chit-chat with your future self. Your future self will be that person who you will become if you keep walking down the path you are traveling. You can be on the path to financial success, but are you eating right? If you can't control your diet, talk to that person at the doctor's office. If your monetary affairs are not in order, talk to that person who you will be in 5 years. You can talk to the person who you want to be in the future, the person you vision with all the happiness and success. Ask him what it takes to reach nirvana. Speak to your shadow self. If you put all your negative traits into one person without any of your positive qualities, that is your shadow self. This is an interesting person to talk to. This guy is going to be a savage. Picture that egotistical, lazy, perverted maniac giving you words of wisdom. Ask him about his regrets and fears. Ask him about the punishments he received for walking down that dark path. Ask him about the adventures he's been through. After all, there's a lot of fun that happens before the hammer slams. So remember, you have the power of choice, but not the power of consequences. Be mindful of the choices you make. Have sight beyond sight. Life could be shaped and molded to your heart's desire if you contemplate on the reactions before you make your actions. Thanks for checking out this manifesto. Supreme Moonbeam. Peace.